behind the day.
Are we on?
Welcome to Mel's on the Edge. I mean, behind the desk.
Edge of glory.
Don't talk about the glory. Yeah, Mel's on the edge. She's doing great. We're going to talk about some stuff today. It's going to be,
What are we going to talk about, Luke?
we're going to talk about being in the right city for you. That's what we talked about.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I love it.
She may or may not be losing her shit at this exact moment. So many people are going to love this episode.
What?
So many people are going to love this.
Let's go.
Get the real Mel.
Let's do it.
In real time. Where is she? In a bedroom in Queens. What is she doing? Eating Skittles.
No, I stopped eating Skittles. You're wrong.
Drinking a beer, losing her mind. Clapping like a seal. Next week. You're fine. You're gonna be okay. Alright.
All right, Luke, so what do you want to tell the fans?
Apparently this is the anger podcast.
I'm not angry.
We've been doing this for a minute, right?
Doing what?
This podcast is pretty cool. Now, is there any fun stories to tell?
What?
From around the studios? Any audition stuff? Nothing fun? You run into any walls? You didn't fall down? You didn't book something and then turn it down? For a myriad of reasons?
I saw Jason Robert Brown.
I saw him too. You screamed.
I did. I got really excited.
You were like a deer caught in the headlights, and I thought you were looking at me, and then, I was really sad when I found out it wasn't you.
Rehearsal, and I think this is important that we talk about this.
Sure.
I was in this rehearsal, and
¿Para qué?
I don't know what that means.
For what?
For my two-woman show called Merlot Confessions. I was in my rehearsal for that, and I was really feeling it. I was really happy. I was doing what I love. And some strange little man just walked in the middle of the song. And just sat down.
What did he look like?
Oh, like he kind of belonged playing duty somewhere.
This isn't out yet.
Oh, shit.
That's fine.
Out by the time we're out.
It's fine. Yeah, I have popped into their rehearsal. I'm booked and blessed. Mel's booked and blessed. It's a whole ordeal.
I mean, there's the judgment coming off this man.
Well, maybe that's because I'm going to Rondell Hot, baby.
Well, I was singing a classic Lady Gaga. Just the amount of judgment rolling off. And you know what I need to say to this? Friends support friends.
Who says I wasn't supporting you?
But what were you supporting with shifty eyes?
I was not supporting you with shifty eyes.
You looked shifty.
I constantly look shifty. I shift around. Yeah.
Anyways, I just think...
I do this podcast, and one day I'm going to dance across this whole city.
I just think that...
Melanie?
Friends should support friends.
I do support you. That's why I'm going to be there at your Cabernet on Sunday. Hashtag Cabernet.
That was funny. So anyways, that was the strangest thing. I haven't been around the studios.
I know, you haven't. There haven't been a lot of celebrities. Haven't been a lot of crazy stories. It's really winding down. Thank God.
I mean, I guess I can talk about some submission stories. This is a fun one.
When were you being submissive?
Never.
Okay. Yeah, what happened?
Submissions are your bread and butter when you're away.
Not your water and wine?
No, that's later. When you're doing, different projects, you gotta submit. And submissions are fun. They can also be super stressful. One of these super stressful submissions that I had was for a theater. It was a non-union theater who wasn't the greatest, but they sent 4 sides, 3 songs. Plus, you had to do 2 of your own selections and a dance combo for a submission. So, that's 4 songs.
Video submission? 4
4 sides.
No.
And a dance combo.
No.
Which is a lot.
That's absurd.
And I was thinking about this submission, and I was like, are they even going to ask this in the room? When do you ever sing 4 songs in a room? And this wasn't for a season. This is for, like, one show. It's not for, like, a variety of...
Or all the songs from the show.
Yeah.
I wanted them to not be.
And I was like, oh, maybe they want me for different characters.
Like
you know?
A disco number, a folk contemporary.
They wanted, like, different characters. And that would make sense. Like, if you were casting a season and you saw me for, you know, like, 3 different characters, and that's the amount of material you sent me, and it was, like, a long contract, I would be okay with that. But it was, like, a 2-month contract.
You're not taking this contract, right?
No.
Okay, can you just tell me the show? You don't have to tell me the theater.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
And
it was like...
You're singing for Lucy?
No. Snoopy.
Oh, that's right. Snoopy just does the... Like, he does that fucking dogfight number. Oh, my God.
No, so it was intriguing. I did not submit for it because it just seemed like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Not that I'm scared of work, just like for a 2-month contract playing Snoopy, I just wasn't about it.
No, actually, somebody, a couple months ago, this is an equity thing that was, like, mildly up for debate for a second before it fizzled back into the ethers. Wanted to make it a union rule that you can't require more than a certain number of pages to prep for a callback for that exact reason, or an appointment of, like, whatever sort. Because it would literally be absurd. They literally tell you to prepare like 40 pages and then they ask for one song, like once you get in there and you're like, fuck you guys. Mm-hmm. And you don't know what they're going to pick. That shouldn't be about dedication, you know?
I mean, again, I just don't see how that material is necessary.
People love hearing you snack on chips.
Unless it's like multiple roles in multiple different shows.
Agreed.
That shows that are very different styles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
For like a season.
Let's hop on to the issue.
Oh, okay, fine. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh no, I'll wait.
For what?
Exactly.
Huh?
This week's issue is about knowing.
Is it an issue?
Oh my God, Mel's upset. She's been upset. She's blinking her eyes fiercely at me. Blink once for no. Thrice for let's do this. She didn't give me any blinks. I don't know what that means. The theme this week is going to be about, like, knowing the city that you're in and loving it, and is that where you need to be? Because, surprise...
Mel's moving to Alaska.
No, that's not happening. Calm down. Calm down, you Alaskan salmon. I'm moving to LA. I'm getting the hell out of New York City.
Maybe.
No, it's happening. I'm not re-signing this lease. I'm going on my gig in the summer to Rydell High. And then after that, after I graduate from high school, I'm heading off to the great old California because I'm sick of this city. I used to live in Chicago, and I used to live in Austin before that, and I just don't love it enough to stay here. New York's a bitch. It's really hard, and it's not necessarily got me down, but also I'm from Texas. The cold is hard. I'm just not feeling it. The people and the manic energy, it's a lot. And I also seem to be able to book without having to necessarily be here in the city, which is fine. That also means I'm going to be away from Bill. That's okay. She's going to Canada for a bit, and then she's going back to Kentucky, and
all correct.
Tennessee, and yeah, no. So that's happening, but that's just like the topic we want to talk about, like being in the city. It's meant to be for you, depending on what your
Luke
field is and stuff. Mel,
what if that city
doesn't turn out to be what I want it to be?
Sure, let's go where you want to go. Mm-hmm.
And that's how this usually goes. Go ahead.
That's what I want to
You're giving me like hardcore madam vibes right now. They're just staring at me.
Should I do this?
No, that's even worse. No, what do you want to ask?
That's what I was going to ask, because you can read my mind. Go.
It's like we finish each other's sandwiches. Okay, great.
Oh, was that a Frozen reference?
No, we can't mention the mouse on this show. They'll come after us. No, I don't know. You know, if that doesn't work out, maybe I'll come back here. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll move somewhere else. I don't know. I just I don't feel like this is necessarily the place for me. I've also thought about even just like next year coming back and living here for a month or two for certain audition season stuff. But that's it. You know, like I don't know that I can feel good about calling this home base necessarily anymore, which is totally fine. I just don't love this city enough. I mean, I definitely think it would be different if I like had a show that was like keeping me here in the city, but like also, I mean, unless you're on Broadway or off Broadway, there's not. I mean, yes, there are some off Broadway stuff, but I can't do most of that stuff. So this is not the city I want to be in. And I like traveling to other places, and I've been happier in a lot of the other cities I've been in, so. No, I haven't been outside of the country. Don't give me that eye roll about traveling. Mel's leaving the city, too. She's going to Canada. What's up with that?
That's not...
Then you're going to Tennessee.
It's not like... because I don't feel New York is home base.
Alright, so you still feel good about New York.
I feel New York is very similar to my energy. And it matches my talents. Does it get me down some days?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. 100%. But, I mean, no one's to say you can't be a coast-to-coaster.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do some of that. I think
sometimes people glamorize the cities.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Oh, for sure.
Both of the big hubbers. Because the grind is so real in both of those cities.
It is, yeah.
And I think it's an easy trap to fall into of like, I'm New York versus LA. And that's not necessarily true. The landscape in both is changing a lot with recent developments. I think it does go to where you feel good, where you feel your most creative self.
I don't even think it's that, just being happy. I don't know.
I was going to say that if you gave me a hot second. Would you like to do this podcast by yourself?
Uh-oh. I got in trouble.
I know, I really do think it's about finding where you're happy and where you're the most creative and where you feel you fit. And where you're happy. Well,
and you know, at this point, then I'll have lived in Chicago, New York, and LA.
Well, look at you little U.S. traveler, you. You got a passport? Maybe you can actually go across the pond one time.
I will be able to know where I for sure want to be. And,
all before you're 40. What an excellent gift.
No, there's also just music opportunities that are out there, too, but I just don't feel like this is my place. I loved Chicago, and I like that. I don't necessarily want to go back to Chicago, but I would choose Chicago over New York right now, too. Just as a city, it was just great. I loved it. Just felt more at home there.
Do you think you evolve past cities?
No,
because,
I mean, well, this is too rapid of succession, though.
This is, like,
for
interesting
me.
Because a lot of people that come here for school, not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot. Some people who come for school feel very safe here.
Yeah, after they come out of school, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you didn't have that.
Mm-mm.
You came to New York alone.
Mm-hmm. More or less, yeah.
Question mark?
Question mark? Shipwreck? What? That was another time.
So I feel like maybe the ties aren't as strong to New York for you versus someone who did go to school here.
Like
your mentors aren't here.
No, yeah, and I just don't.
Where you did a lot of growing up in Chicago. growing up in terms of like
that's not even it though. For me, it's just about the like I don't have like seasonal depression, but the cold is getting to me because I'm from Texas. Like your body gets used to things, and it would take me a long time to like get used to this weather. And I've been in cold cities for 3 years, and I know it's not the same as Canada, so I don't like.
That's not
like
what I'm saying
I
at
know,
all.
I know, but like just being in California, I was like, holy shit! Like this is just like, it felt more my speed, and I also like the manic fucking energy of this city just really gets to me. And I'm really good at hiding a lot of that, and I think a lot of people are, and still continue to exist in this city because we think that's where we like need to be. And I think a lot of people also come to the city before they're ready. And I encourage people to get up here and like you don't know like what you're doing until you're in front of some of these casting directors and taking the certain dance classes up here. But I also believe that you should conquer a regional market first if you want to do that. But also just don't feel like you're in, like if you're unhappy where you are, don't stay there. And there are things about being here that I am totally happy with, but I want to move on to something else. And the music opportunities and still opportunity to act and do theater and sing and dance seem to exist out there. So I think people should do whatever, wherever the wind blows them. Plus, I haven't, every time I've been away from here, I've been happier than when I'm here.
Well, you were also doing what you love away from here.
Yeah, which I can do more of out in LA, which is play music in between doing the theater gigs.
There you have it.
Mel's so upset.
I'm not upset. I just find it fascinating. I'm upset with you. I want you to be happy.
Your hair is giving me very motherly vibes. Now.
Talk about my hair like that.
You got it all pinned up. It's.
Yeah, the bobby pins are really hurting my head.
Yeah, it's just very, and the way you're talking to me, you're like, you feel like you just don't know quite yet.
That's not what I'm saying.
I feel like that's exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of new, exciting opportunities.
All right, well, let's talk about cities real quick.
And
all right.
magical, and that's great. That's what I'm saying.
All right, if you were just doing acting, what city should you be in?
I would be in Chicago, 100%. Okay. No, I wouldn't. I lied. Completely lied to your face.
Where else would you be?
I would be in Toronto.
Oh, that's great. Chicago is also like a fantabulous opportunity. What about musical theater?
New York.
Mm-hmm. And TV film?
Toronto.
Or?
Vancouver.
Or?
Clarksville.
Or LA or Atlanta.
I would not do LA. You know that. I don't like LA.
I'm not asking you personally. I was like asking this.
Atlanta.
Nah, this isn't about your personal thing.
Atlanta, Seattle.
Seattle, alright.
Yeah, man, they got some cool stuff happening.
Yeah,
in
the
Seattle.
fish markets, the film scene,
You've never been there.
How many times have you been there?
Twice. I was gonna say thrice, but that was incorrect.
Well, I'm glad you figured that out. Yeah, no, I mean, we've been kind of going through this through one of my roommates. Also about, like, he's more of an actor type, and he's here in New York. And
pure actor. This is the professional
pure
term.
actor. And he's thought about moving to Chicago, because that seems to better suit him. And that's okay. And I agree, having been from Chicago before this, that is definitely more of a straight acting city, and musical theater is not as embedded as it is here. And yeah, I don't know.
That was excellent.
That was an epiphany.
I was like, wow.
Mel's being a dick.
He's done it all.
She's crashing on my couch. She's eating gummy worms, drinking a beer, and she's upset. What about?
Not upset.
I don't know. She does have a Cabernet on the Sunday.
On the Sunday. You just said on the Sunday.
On the Sunday.
April 8th.
So that's it. I'm moving to LA. That's
He's
scary.
doing the thing.
If you love a city, be there. If you don't move there.
We might drive from New York to LA.
Yeah.
I mean, by we, I mean you and your imaginary friend, Karen.
Yeah, God. Well, I'm driving to Dallas first. I don't know if I told you that.
Oh, you're driving to Dallas? I feel like
I'm going to take 2 days to get to Dallas and then go to LA after that.
I've never been to Dallas.
I got to go see my mama.
Why are we going to Dallas?
Because I gotta go see my parents.
Why are we going to
I gotta
Dallas?
see my mama and my dad and my 2 grandmas and my sister.
I'm so excited to meet everyone.
All of my 5 relatives.
I'm so excited to meet them all. Because that's what we do,
Wow.
apparently. We host a podcast and take road trips. That's all we do. I feel like that's all
We just
people think we
do
do.
a road trip podcast. Why aren't we doing that?
We tried, remember? And I talked too much.
You would shut up the whole goddamn time. I don't know, what was this episode about? What were we just talking? God, I hope people like us.
I was talking about where do you belong in the world, in the great
Well,
wide world.
I belong not here, and you belong up where the polar bears live, so.
How dare you?
You, the polar bears, the Antarctic seals.
You're saying do what's best for you.
That's
Be in
what
the
we
city
always
where
advocate.
you're happy.
Do what you want!
Be in the city where you're happy.
Belle's upset. I'm gonna send her to think about what she's done.
Where? There's nowhere to go.
To her couch bed. Do what
There's
makes you
people
happy.
on it.
Be in the city that makes you happy.
Excuse me.
That's enough of you. We're gonna continue to just have a rompus of a good time and cry about our feelings. Thank you for this fantabulous episode of Behind the Desk. I'm so glad.
Behind.
The desk. I'm so glad we got some.
Oh my
buzz.
god, we're gonna be. Oh my god,
What?
coast to coast podcast.
Yeah, that's gonna be a that's gonna be a doozy. Coast to Coast podcast. Hey, oh, by the way, 5-star ratings on iTunes. Okay,
Coast
5-star.
to coast. Maybe we should change our title. Coast to coast behind the desk. We should do that.
That's enough. 5-star ratings. Do that. Take 2 seconds on your phone. Write a review. It helps get us on other people's discovery doodads
Oh, good.
and recommend it.
Did you?
God, you are Dory. Yeah, write that review. Give us some ratings. It seriously, it takes 2 seconds. It gives us so much
liked
more
it.
visibility. We love everybody. Peace out. Live your dreams. Live in the city you want. Don't be like us. We're hot messes. Or do. Hashtag hot messes.
We go behind the desk.
Oh God, I'm stopping this before this gets worse. Bye!